OMT Online Dynasty, we are back and we are here at the Rose Parade getting ready for our national semifinal matchup in the Rose Bowl. We've got Woe Twice and his Sam Houston Bearkats with a K. So help me God if you forget that's Bearkats with a K. Taking on Fancy and the Red Menace is Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. For Sam Houston, it has been a Cinderella run. They have been on winning the American Conference to get into the playoffs as a 12 seed. They went into Columbus in round 1, took down 5 seed Ohio State. Then in round 2, 4 seed Iowa, really just clearing out the Big Ten from this whole playoff picture. Today, will the clock finally strike midnight on Sam Houston, or can the reigning Heisman Trophy winner Enrique Trayan help keep their magic alive? On the other side, we have Fancy looking to become our first ever two-time national champion, and honestly, in a very impressive way. In year 3, Louisiana won the national championship running a disgusting flexbone offense. Now they are back and only 2 games away from that national championship while running a veer and shoot. Louisiana's path to the title started in Lafayette. They got a user win against Toledo in round 1, then sneaked by 1 seed Clemson 46-43. From what reports are telling me, there was nearly a blocked field goal at the end of that game that could have sent the Tigers to this spot. Now, waiting for the winner on the other side of the bracket is going to be Boater and his Utah State Aggies. Will we get a rematch of our Mountain West title game between Louisiana and Utah State, or can Sam Houston shock the world? It is about time that we find out. Now, if you haven't seen any of these before, this is a 32-user online dynasty. We got 4 custom conferences, 8 teams in each with relegation systems in place. So you move up, you move down, depending on how you do in the season. It goes Mountain West, Conference USA, American, and the Sun Belt. That's what makes Sam Houston's run even more impressive. He is currently in that silver division. If you are interested in potentially joining the dynasty, it is all done through the Discord. Link for that is down in the description. Just hop in there, make a post, tag me, DM me somehow, let me know you want on the wait list. It is about 32 people as of right now, but it is all going to carry over into College Football 27 as well. So if you're at all interested, the sooner you get in there, the better. So I think that covers everything that we've got to cover. We're not going to go over the depth charts or anything. We are just going to hop straight into the game. Let's take it down to the field. As night falls here in Pasadena, we can see those skies have cleared up. Another beautiful, picturesque night here at the Rose Bowl. This is all going to be from Louisiana Fancy's perspective here. As typical with our games of the week, we'll follow through the first full drive of each team, then start hopping around a little bit from there. I did forget, actually, during the intro, I have to introduce the new co-commissioner of the OMT Online Dynasty, Gus T, the bobblehead for the Tulsa mascot. Wes, our Tulsa user, posted a GIF of this Gus T. Maybe I'll throw it up on the screen here, and it just made me laugh because he looked very stupid. And then I went and looked, and you could get this bobblehead for like $28. Shout out the National Bobblehead Hall of Fame, I believe in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And he will mainly be handling any user complaints or anything like that. So anything that comes up, just make sure let Gus T know about it. Got to put him somewhere he's not going to fall down. Okay, let's get into our game here. Sam Houston, Louisiana. It is going to be the Ragin' Cajuns starting with the ball here. Again, going to be going into that veer and shoot offense. Louisiana in the Mississippi State offense for this one. Sam Houston is going to be in Texas. So let's see what the boys can do. A single high look here for Sam Houston. First play of the game, we got Bunting giving it to Bunting, the Bunting Bros in that backfield for the Ragin' Cajuns, utilizing those all black uniforms. That is a pretty good look Louisiana's got going on, and keeping the momentum up early here. He liked what he saw in that first run, and a great user tackle there by number 2 by Woe Twice. If he wasn't there, that had that was a lot of danger. Bunting had a lot of open space behind that safety, but he gets chopped down. Now Bunting going to be dropping back to pass here, looking for that deep cross, looking over to the right and finding that platinum sure hands number 12 coming down with that one. Just like that. This is what Louisiana does. I'm honestly surprised we got out of the hurry up there. They just keep so much pressure on that defense. It's very annoying to go up against. Annoying in the sense that it's just very difficult to stop. So now we are going to be in some gun wide, some press coverage across the board here for Sam Houston. It's going to be very tough. I mean, the style makes it tough as it is, but also, you know, it's a 79 overall Sam Houston against 94 overall Louisiana. The speed differential is going to be very difficult for Sam Houston to try to make up for here, and that offensive line of Louisiana is going to make life very, very difficult for the Sam Houston defensive front. It's definitely the biggest gap we notice when we do go over the depth charts of these really high overall teams in the Mountain West, their offensive lines are preposterous. They got abilities all over the place. They got 90 plus overall guys everywhere. So I do think Louisiana could just continue to run the ball. We are going to take a seam shot there early, and we find our man for the early Louisiana touchdown. And this I found disrespectful. Stealing Sam Houston's back crack celebration on the first score of the game. I'm pretty sure I let Vanzi know in his chat. We're starting like that. We're playing dirty like that. We're going to be cracking backs already. But Louisiana, just a minute and a half in, takes it down for the touchdown. Let's see how Sam Houston can respond here. I know like nothing about the Texas offensive playbook, so very curious to see here. So we see Louisiana watching for an RPO over to the left there. We move our hard flat out to the left outside that safety, so he is not going to be the read key. He's going to be able to come down and play an RPO. So we're just going to take a quick hitch there. Cole Gear finding his tight end right over the middle of the field. But number 16 on Sam Houston is who we are going to have to pay attention to when the Bearcats have the ball. That is our reigning Heisman Trophy winner, Enrique Trayan. Had over 2,000 yards, like 20-something touchdowns, trying to hit another quick underneath, unable to do so. That ball gets knocked out. You can see him right there, 99 spec catch, 96 speed, 94 short route run. He's 6'5". He might even be 6'6". The man is a machine. I believe Megatron Jr. is what Wotois has been calling him in the Discord. And it's fair. It is a fair comparison. What I like what Louisiana's doing here is being in this two-man under, back off on Trayan, and that's going to make sure we have safety help over the top, so we can't just chuck one up to him. But a beautiful find right over the middle. Number 33 absolutely burns that man coverage. Cole Gear finds him, picks up a huge first down. Kyle Bruce with that catch had a great game against Iowa there in round 2. We had 8 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown, but that is going to move the chains here for the Bearcats. But when you're going up against a guy like Trayan, we do have to do our best to make sure we've got 2 guys on him at all times. That is going to leave some, like right here, as I say, we have the one-on-one. I'm surprised we're not chucking it up, but that guy was wide open. And Cole Gear just, maybe that rain from earlier, maybe it's still hanging around a little bit, and that ball slipped out of his hands, but that man was wide open. We got to be able to hit that throw. It's going to set up a 2nd and 2. Again, we got that one-on-one with Trayan. If we want to try it, we do. But again, Cole Gear just throws that one out of bounds. Doesn't even, when you have Enrique Trayan, we got to give him a chance to make a catch on that. That's back-to-back, pretty rough throws there by the Sam Houston QB. Now we have a trips over to the short side, a crazy little motion our halfback is going on, and Louisiana just giving nothing up quick over the middle. That is definitely something the Ragin Cajuns do. They want to force you to try to push that ball downfield a little bit. Big reason why I struggle against Louisiana, because I love taking those just quick hitters, try to get it to your guys, try to let them go make a play, but Louisiana's not going to let you do that. We have everybody playing down underneath, jumps that little crosser and take or drag route, whatever that was, and that is an early turnover. Not how Sam Houston wants to start this. And then we see the backup quarterback there, number 6 for Louisiana. He comes in for these kind of more designed runs, triple options, 5 wide QB blasts. Somebody who can take some hits, and we don't have to worry about him getting too fatigued. We're staying in this split back. Looks like we're staying with another triple option. We're going to keep it with the quarterback. We are going to pitch that one out, try to hit a little spin move, but that outside corner does a fantastic job staying home. Manny Curl gets in the backfield, brings him down for a loss of 2. So we got a 3rd and 4. If we can limit some damage here from Sam Houston, we're going to have to take what we can get at this point of the game. So 3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line. We are going to try to push this deep. There's nobody out there on RB. Not a soul out there. I feel like we could just throw this one to RB. Let's see what Louisiana wants to do. Going to be sending everybody deep downfield. Is anybody going to get over there on RB? We're changing our camera angle there. Instead, we just hit that on the outside. So what we see here, this is why we go to this wide camera angle. Kind of messes with my brain a little bit, but in the veer and shoot, it is very helpful. We see this outside corner. Let's go ahead and just run this here once we get this. We see that outside corner kind of jam, and then from here, he's not turning his hips. He's not following that B receiver. We know he is staying down. This safety is not going to be able to get over there in time. Great job by Vancy. Just a beautiful play there. Great job reading that defense and seeing where we're going to have that pocket to throw that to B. He is going to take it all the way in. Louisiana back on the board, up 14-0. And this time, at least, we're not stealing any celebrations. We'll watch a little bit more of the Sam Houston offense here. They are going to be going to some split back. here as well. Gonna be that 3-man rush and just immediate hit, immediate fumble. Scoop and score, Louisiana. Now it's time. Now is time for that freaky little dance. Ragin Cajuns all over Sam Houston early in this one, 21-0. Let's see if Sam Houston gets some sort of life here. This is the exact same situation just about that Old Dominion, we found ourselves in going up against Louisiana. What makes it so difficult? I mean, it's always going to be difficult when you're down 21-0, but Louisiana Vancy just doesn't really make mistakes either. And with his run game, he can work the clock. You have to hope somehow, some way you get some sack fumble, you get a bad read. It's going to take a lot for Sam Houston at this point. Now the Bearcats are going to go to some empty, and we see Enrique Trayan actually in our left slot here. And when you need a miracle, who else do we look for here? Split those seams, Mr. Trayan. Honestly, surprised he didn't even end up taking that one for a touchdown, but just send him right up those seams there. Beautiful find by Gear. That time he actually puts that one on the money, or Greer, I don't remember, but he puts that one on the money. We finally are getting Enrique Trayan involved. That's desperately what Sam Houston has to do here. If we can go get points here before the end of the quarter, you know, we at least have some shot there. And again, we're trying to take one underneath, and it's just going to be so difficult against Louisiana. That one gets knocked out. I like staying in this empty set. I think I like this idea. Oh my gosh, that tackle just... Whoa. I mean, it looked like we had him for a second, and then he just ripped right through the center. I mean, through the double team. He was double teamed for like half a second there. First, the center had him. He kind of got past him. Then he was double teamed. Then the center decided, you know what, there's something over here I should go look at, and just leaves him alone for the left guard. And then the left guard gets ripped through. The nose tackle gets that pressure and enforces an incompletion. Now a 3rd and 10 for the Bearcats. What are they going to come up with here? Try to keep a drive alive. I mean, obviously, at this stage of the game, we got to get something going here. We got to get something moving, but what are we going to do? There's going to be some 10-yard, looks like some 10-yard flats shaded underneath. So keep those 5-yard hooks and take it yourself, young man. What an effort there by Greer. Looks like, I don't know if we manned up the slot or the guy on the left, or if that was just a matching zone that actually stuck with that, but it opened up a nice space for Greer. And now we get a little bit of a run game going. The biggest thing I think I learned throughout this season, or even the last couple seasons, when I start off slow, I just totally abandon the run and try to make up points so quickly, and that just makes things so much easier on defenses. You have to still be able to keep a run game. There's still a lot of time left. This Louisiana defensive line is giving Sam Houston fits there, and another 3-man rush is immediate pressure. But when, especially, you know, they're dropping back in so many just 3-man rushes, we have to try to keep some version of a run game going. At least I know that's something I need to get better at. So again, 3-man rush. Again, that defensive end is just coming straight through the line, like it's not even there. 3-man rushes are just way too good in the game. In the game this year, it is crazy. We're able to dump one down there. Looks like that guy who caught it almost looks like he got murdered at the end of that. It didn't look like he was getting up there. But we got a 3rd and 6, Sam Houston. So we have a spy going over the middle. Again, we're going to try to take a quick one underneath, and it's just not... It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's a gain of 4, but it's going to be a 4th and 2. Now, switching to some man coverage here are the Ragin Cajuns, trying to catch them off guard. We're going with the quarterback draw, and we have the space for it just barely. That is exactly why I hate quarterback draws, though, right here. Because if this was just a regular quarterback run, and we could just take off at this point, look at the gaps we get right here. But because it's a quarterback draw, maybe it's even an RPO, it does look like these guys are going out on routes, but a lot of the QB RPOs even, it's like your guy's just stuck in mud. Your quarterback just can't get going right away. But if we could have, look at this huge gap we had here. But by the time he gets there, number 37 gets off the block, still picks up the 1st down for Sam Houston. But yeah, some of those QB draws and some of those QB RPOs that work like quarterback draws, that's why I'm just not the biggest fan of them there. But we do get a 1st and goal, all down at the 9, wing flex offset weak. We're seeing a lot of different stuff here that we just don't see because he's in that Texas playbook. We've never seen anybody run the Texas offense. So we see Enrique Trayan. Let's see if that's where we're looking. Going for that. Going for the RPO. Going for the slant over the middle. And it is intercepted. Who was it that even picked this off? Was it this guy? It was. It was number 22 who was engaged with a blocker for 95% of that play. He's engaged with that left guard. Oh, no, it's the left tackle. But he gets off the block and gets the interception. Devastating turn of events for Sam Houston there. Now 21-0. Now Louisiana back with the ball. But the Bearcats defense showing some life here. Pushed them back to a 3rd and 22. Just had intentional grounding on bunting. Going with that 5 wide all go. Taking an underneath. At least making it manageable. And look at the effort. It's one of those, what are you supposed to do sometimes? We have felt this many times with the Monarchs going against some of these teams. Like he's breaking off 4 tackles, getting a ton of yards, then going hurry up. Just going to keep it with Bunting, who is just going to be way too fast for Sam Houston. Bunting going to take that one in on the quarterback draw. Oh, and then he hits the Heisman. Again, disrespectful. Touchdown celebration there by Louisiana against the actual Heisman Trophy winner on the other side. First we get the back crack, then we're hitting the Heisman. Come on, Fancy. What are we doing here? Now we're really going to start jumping around a little bit. Spoiler alert, game is pretty much over at this point. But we do want to highlight some Sam Houston offense and just talk more about that run they went on. Like I said, they're in that Silver Conference, the American, a 79 overall team. The fight and get their way here in the first place. Very impressive job by Woe Twice, getting a Heisman Trophy winner. A lot of good things for the Sam Houston season here, and that was a fantastic play. Rolling out to the left. Here, I mean, he can't hit that hitch route we saw him sail earlier, but that throw he can hit rolling out to his left way down on the sideline, like 40 yards. The quarterbacks are just very inconsistent. Did that Louisiana defensive tackle just punch Sam Houston's quarterback right in the head? Did I see this correctly? Look, watch number 88. Yep, sucker punched. Sucker punched. Louisiana really taking Tulsa's advice about playing dirty to fit into the Mountain West here. Stealing celebrations, hitting the Heisman on the Heisman Trophy winner, and then just sucker punching the quarterback right in the head. I don't know what's gotten into Fancy in Louisiana. They're really, I don't know, is the Red Menace nickname really sticking, really taking hold here for Sam Houston. Nice find to the left flat. Goes number 25. We got back down to that 1st and goal at the 3. Really, I mean, Sam Houston, we've had a couple solid drives here on offense. Just that RPO. I still can't believe the play that number 22 made on that RPO after getting blocked by that left tackle. Think he's not involved in the play anymore, but he certainly is, and he is going to jump and make that pick. Now we got it back down to the 3. At least if Sam Houston even gets 1 touchdown on the board, that's better than Old Dominion did. That's better than Oregon State did. So you take your small victories in situations like this. Pressure again getting home there. Forces the incompletion. A 2nd and goal at the 3. If we can't finish this. Train's getting, I know he's actually manned up on the halfback here, but this is just like that clip of, I think it's Megatron, in a very similar situation. I'm actually going to see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, right here against the Saints. Looks like it's like a goal to go at like the 3-yard line, and they've got the 2 corners just right on Megatron. Very similar to what we are seeing, what it looks like Sam Houston's, or Louisiana's defense is doing against Sam Houston here. See, doesn't it look almost the same? The respect shown, well, I don't want to say respect because Louisiana's been playing pretty dang dirty, and there goes Trayan. That's why you should have had them both manned up on him. You should have had both of them pressing up on him like that. You get the one-on-one, you high ball one up to Trayan. That is going to be a touchdown for Sam Houston. Show why you won that Heisman Trophy. Louisiana back on the attack. 95 seconds left here in the first half. Got it to Sam Houston's 30-yard line. Going to be a 1st and 10. We see press over on the left. Don't get any sort of animation, but is he just going to be able to run right by him? It looked like he kind of did, but Bunting might have put a little bit too much air on that ball. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Louisiana, looking to extend this lead heading into the locker room here at halftime. I mean, this is a lot like the Rose Bowl in real life this past year. Obviously, it wasn't the national semifinal, but that Alabama-Indiana game. This is very, very similar. And here goes Bunting again, much like Mendoza. I actually don't know if he had a rushing touchdown in that game, but Bunting is going to keep it. He's going to take that one in for the freaky little dance in the Ragin Cajuns cruising. But Sam Houston, Enrique Trayan, they are going to go out on their shield. They are not just going to roll over and die in this gosh dang game. So Sam Houston, they're going to be moving up to Conference USA next year. I don't know if Trayan is still around. I don't know. He might go pro, but we see the one-on-one shot. Looks like great coverage. Looks like great positioning. None of that matters against this man. None of it matters. You can stay in front of him. You can do whatever you want. Enrique Trayan, and then he's going to hit him with a back crack. He's going to hit him with a back crack. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Touchdown, Enrique Trayan. Dunk on those fools. Not little fella. Big fella. But once again, Louisiana left him a little bit too much time here in the first half. 30 seconds. Back to Sam Houston's 32-yard line, be dropping back to pass, going right back over the middle, finding Etienne with his sure hands lighten up, taking a gain of 7. 20 seconds left. Louisiana still holding on to 2 timeouts here, trying to get this back to a 4-score lead. 4-score and many Rose Bowls ago. Just a little too slow there. That number 46 looked like he was in a decent enough position to guard that, but Fancy knows 82 is going to be fast enough to clear that zone, times it up perfectly, takes it in for the Ragin Cajuns touchdown. And after further review, Enrique Trayan is a redshirt sophomore, so I do believe he will be back for our final season in year 6. And he already had, what did he end up having? 2,445 yards and 31 touchdowns in year 5. What in the world is he going to do in year 6? One last play here before half, see if Sam Houston can drop any sort of miracle. Just going to try to give it to our guy in some space, see if anything can happen. No, sir. It's going to take us to have 42-14 lead for Louisiana. No halftime show today, but in the national championship, we are going to have a hell of a halftime show. Song, the lyrics written by Vancy, music put together by Oregon State, Uncle Drew, and we have a whole montage from our different games of the week throughout the season, some of the craziest plays and everything, so keep your eyes peeled for that come national championship game of the week here in a few days. Again, Sam Houston showing that fight here. They are, the game's been going poorly for them, but here we go. 40 seconds into the second half, they're already on Louisiana side of the field. We dropping back to pass here is Gear. Luckily holding on to that ball. He's got some moves there, this Sam Houston quarterback. I like his black left arm sleeve. He's getting out, using his legs a little bit, making a few plays. So we're seeing Vancy. It looks like we're dropping our zones back, kind of giving up some more of the underneath, which makes sense when you're up what they are up right now. If you want to keep taking those and using the clock, that's okay. Now we're going to get super aggressive and go with that 0 blitz. And the problem with that is you got Enrique Trayan on the other side. Try to press him, try to do whatever you want. Just a beautiful rainbow, drops it right in the bucket. The 3rd touchdown of the day for Enrique Trayan. Sam Houston 21, Louisiana 42. From here, we'll just really start jumping around because that is the last point Sam Houston scores. But we can go ahead and see how does Louisiana, because they score a couple more times. I believe they're just going to some more run. Oh yeah, we got 1st and goal at the 1 here. Yeah, so they're just going to run one in there with bunting. Sure. And Louisiana's going to score one more time. Honestly, we've seen enough. Vancy and Louisiana, the Red Menace, are marching on to the national title game to be taking on Boulder and Utah State. The game ends up 56-21. Just when you're at such a disadvantage, again, just like Old Dominion against Louisiana, when you're at a big overall disadvantage and you get off to that slow start, that's just going to be a little bit too much to overcome. But shout out to Enrique Trayan, shout out to Woe Twice and Sam Houston. Unbelievable season for the Bearcats. I mean, 400 yards of offense, 500 for Louisiana. Just overall, great heart, great fight shown by Sam Houston. I do want to see the final stats for this one. Mainly Enrique Trayan in his receiving. What was he able to end up with here? 7 catches, 160 yards, 3 touchdowns on the day. Man is a monster. This man's an absolute menace. So he is a redshirt sophomore though. So he could go to the draft because it's 3 years out of high school. So it's possible he goes to the draft. We will have to see. I know everybody in Conference USA, I'm sure, is hoping he goes to the draft. Then Utah State takes down Ole Miss in the NFL draft, not like a war draft. Just to make sure we're all clear on that. So we'll take a look at our overall college football playoff bracket here. See how everybody got here. Got Utah State against Louisiana in that national championship game. You can see that round 2, Louisiana against Clemson. I think Vancy said he had a field goal at the very end to try to win the game, and Clemson got the blocked field goal animation, but ended up missing it. The field goal was up, the field goal was good, and Louisiana gets to march on. But now we get Utah State, Louisiana. These two teams played, I believe it was the season 2 Rose Bowl. in a game that went to overtime or potentially even double overtime. It was a fantastic game. Hoping we get more of the same here this year. Obviously, they match up in the Mountain West title game. Louisiana won that one. Utah State just got off to a slow start, and Louisiana pounced, and the Aggies never quite able to come back. So we will see what ends up happening. Either way, we are going to have our first ever two-time national champion between Utah State and Louisiana here this season. Is there anything else worth us going over at this point? I don't think so. Obviously, this one a little bit shorter, but that's gonna happen sometimes with these when there's really only one game for us to focus on. So that'll do it then for this week. We've got one game left here in season 5, our national championship matchup. Then we will have some off-season stuff here too. I just noticed my floor was missing, and I don't know how that got turned off, but whatever. Yeah, we'll have a whole off-season recap coming up for everything heading from year 5 to year 6, our final season here in college football 26. So the transfer portal is going to be hugely important for teams like Old Dominion. So that'll be what's coming up. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy.